YouTube. What is up? I was over at the truck stop getting something to eat. Um, picked up picked up a load today. Dropped it out today. It wasn't going but like 140 some miles, so went on and turned it over real quick. I left Gary yesterday I think I left about 9 a.m., 9:30, something like that yesterday. And I ended up making it back down to my destination probably about 8:45. So dispatcher had called me on the way down here, and he was like, what you looking like? I said, man, by the time I make it down there, y'all be out of the office and everything. So I went on and accepted a load. It was two options now. One was going to Kansas, and the other one was this little short one right here. And I'm like, I had just looked at the radar, like today, and you got the hurricane coming to hit the southeast, and then like coming from the west, you have rain, and then you have snow behind the rain, like all up around Kansas. And I just seen a video the other day, like 12 truck piled up on I-80 in Nebraska. Nah. I'm good. And then like my tarps, I'm just gonna break down and just buy me a tarp. But I gotta be take a lot more caution, because like these tarps are like $400. So I'm just gonna buy one. Like I said, I really need to buy two because I really want a dedicated like coil tarp, like for a single coil. I like want one of them, but I don't know. I need the main tarp that I use. I need that a little bit more. It's in a dire situation. So like when I left the place last night while I was getting loaded, it was like 10 o'clock. So I'm like, man, ain't nowhere in the world. I'm not gonna be able to make a 7 a.m. But luckily the place had parking. So I just drove over there last night, and I just stayed. And so I kind of know, like, what's going on over there. I've been over there more than a handful of times. So the speed limit around there is like 5. So I said, well, if I can stay at like 3 miles an hour, I won't interrupt my 10-hour break, because I was gonna have nothing left over for a split, and there's no sense in me having a split and I'm going such a short distance. So I was able to stay like right at 3 miles an hour, get around and get loaded. And then by the time I made it to the tarping station, my 10 hours had went by. So I said, well, okay, that worked out just fine. So I said I did that. So I ran into a guy. He was getting loaded there too. And he had like a tarp. I had never seen that material before. I was like, hey man, where'd you get that tarp from? So he just started kind of telling me like the stories, like, some of the places that he loads that he pick up, and basically selling me the tarp as like how durable it is. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, yeah, this all well and good, but you haven't told me where you got the tarp from. So at the end, but I guess I'm being a little impatient. So at the end, he was like, yeah, I got it from Tri-City Canvas. He was like, you ever up around the like St. Louis area? I'm like, nah, I'm not really up there too much. He's like, well, they'll send it to your house, You send it to your house. I said, all right, cool. He said, now when you go to their website, this particular tarp with this material, it's not gonna be on the website. You have to call them and request this, because he said that's a real good tarp, because they use that tarp with that material, because he hauls like machinery, because he was hauling the lumber on the drop deck and stuff like that. And so he's like, man, I get all my stuff from there, chains, binders, everything. I get all my stuff from there. It's like, all right, cool. Because I was gonna get something from Mighty Tarp, or is it Mighty Tarp or is it Mighty Canvas? I'm not really sure, but I was on their website and everything. But when he told me that, I was like, well, let me check that out, because man, I mean, like I said, I was bragging about that Flex Seal But I think the tarp is just too far gone now. Like it can be used for like, you know, it can be used for like just throwing it on something. If I just need some extra like what you want to call it, like some extra protection or something, I could throw it up underneath there, right? You know, it still has some value to it, but like it's just like, nah, it's a wrap. So like I said, I'm gonna make sure I take extra precaution moving forward, because they're gonna charge you like $400, and those are for like 6-foot drops. So I don't know how much no 8-foot drops are. I don't know how much no 10-foot drops are. And that's another thing that kind of threw me. Well, it didn't throw me off, but it had me a little hesitant, because he was like, the tarp that he got is a 10-foot drop tarp, and I was like, I don't need no 10-foot drop. I need a 6-foot. So they might not even make a 6-foot in that material that I need, but I mean, you won't know till you call and ask. And he was like, yeah, man, the owner's name is Steve and all that stuff like that. I'm like, well, I don't know if Steve was gonna be picking up the phone when I call, and I don't even have your number, you know, as a reference or anything like that, unless they know your truck, you know. But yeah, man, dispatch ain't hit me back, man. I sent it in and I was empty, and I don't really like to call and stuff like that. Then again, it may not be nothing. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's something, but you know, I don't know. And like, I'm not that far from the house either. I was literally dead head to the house though, but I don't know. I'll wait a little bit longer, and then if you ain't call me back, cause I've been at the truck stop going on an hour now. So I'll get back with him after a while, but you don't say nothing, you know, what it is. So I'm kind of ahead, kind of, sort of. So it is what it is. Like I said, you know, like I said on a previous video, I don't see myself actually wanting to get my own authority, honestly. I kind of really like this setup, because it kind of takes some stuff off me. Some people want to, you know, like being spearheaded. I see a lot of people, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but one of the guys I follow on Instagram, I see that, you know, he has a program that coaches you through, you know, dispatching and you know, actually getting the truck and starting the business, you know, all that stuff like that. But at first it was like, yeah, you get your own authority, but I was kind of like, man, I know the type of person I am, so I like this setup better. Like, other things that I'm doing, I want to spearhead those and be in charge of those particular things, but something like this, I'm good. I am fine. I don't like talking, like I said, I don't like talking on the phone anyway, so I can only imagine myself trying to call a broker and trying to negotiate a rate on a load. And then I got my temper, so like, nah. It's the best thing for me. And I need to call, they're gonna call the freight line and see if they got that part in stock. But if they don't have it, then they can order it. I can go put that on. I need to fix my my headlight. The screws are like brittle, like, so I like try to put a screwdriver in there. It wasn't catching, and so I got my drill. And I said, well, maybe if I can drill it, I can make it like so where to fit a flathead, and I can screw it out like that. And that one kind of working. So I don't know. I don't know if I need to get my drill and connect to the back of the screw and twist it out that way, and then just take it out with my hand. I know I'm gonna buy some new screws, and I think the issue is it's not the light itself. I think it got to be something with the wire, because when you turn the brights on, it's working, but when you turn the dim on, it's not working. So I said, well, that got to be electrical. So probably a wire or something. I don't know if it didn't seem like it was the wire that's like outside of the harness. It seemed like it may be something on the inside of the harness. So, and I said, I like being at the house doing that type of stuff. I don't like being at a truck stop or something like that, because if I'm at the house, then, you know, hey, I can run over here to this store, I can run to this particular store like this, and somebody will have it. So, right. I'm probably gonna check it in the service bay, but like something tiny as that, like I'm good. Like the brights on this truck are not very bright, so I'm not worried about blinding somebody if I meet them or messing with somebody on the other side of the interstate or something like that. So we'll just rocking and rolling until I get to the house this weekend. But yeah, man, anyway, man, I'm about to finish eating and holler at y'all tomorrow, holler at y'all later or whatever like that. Like I said, it's going on an hour, so might be some, might not be. I see empty flatbeds headed the direction to the money, so it may be somebody pick up the bar. I don't really know. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get back with y'all, man. Y'all be safe out there.